So George Santos is a hilarious character because he's like the world's most obvious con man. I mean, he is not subtle about it at all, but he is 100% shameless. That's for sure. So look at this in Axios. George Santos' surreal saga finally comes crashing down. The extraordinary tale of Representative George Santos, one of the most prolific fabulists, good word, of the modern political era, is set to end in dramatic but predictable fashion following the release of a scathing ethics report today. Santos, who responded to the report by announcing he would not seek re-election, could become just the sixth person in U.S. history to be expelled from the House of Representatives unless he chooses to preemptively resign. So he's trying to stave off the jackals and the hyenas who are coming for his carcass by saying, okay, I won't run for re-election. I won't run for re-election. Good enough? Good enough. But I think they're actually going to try to expel him. The ongoing House Ethics Committee probe was cited by both Republicans and Democrats in two previous failed attempts to expel Santos, but that barrier has now been lifted. Representative Michael Guest, the chair of the Ethics Committee, plans to file a privilege resolution on Friday to expel Santos. Quote, he's gone, predicted one House Republican. The 56-page ethics report determined that the substantial evidence of misconduct by Santos, who already faces 23 federal criminal charges, shows that he cannot be trusted. Santos sought to fraudulently exploit every aspect of his House candidacy for his own personal financial profit. The usually circumspect Ethics Committee declared he blatantly stole from his campaign. He sustained all of this through a constant series of lies to his constituents, donors, and staff about his background and experience. Santos, who did not cooperate with the investigation, condemned the ethics report on X as a disgusting politicized smear and called for states to rise up and commence an Article 5 constitutional convention, though it was unclear what exactly he meant by that. I love this guy. He's a revolutionary. He's a rebel with a cause, and the cause is George Santos. The list of personal expenses, this is my favorite part, that Santos allegedly paid for with campaign funds borders on cartoonish. Here's what he spent with campaign cash. Hotels, resorts, spas in Atlantic City, Las Vegas, and the Hamptons, $20,000 in rent, over $4,000 at Hermes, and $6,000 at Ferragamo stores, purchases at Sephora and Onlyfans, and Botox. Oh, this is incredible. Oh, this is so amazing. There's no brakes in this car, man. This car has no brakes. The Santos saga has been a gift to late-night comedians and online memesters, but his expulsion would have significant real-world implications for a GOP conference already struggling to pass legislation. So, do you realize how insanely corrupt and cartoonish and how big of a fraud and a con man you have to be for Congress to expel you? Because let me tell you something. Almost all those motherfuckers are bad in and of themselves. They're all sketchy. They're all kind of corrupt. Maybe in an institutional way, but they're corrupt. And they look at George Santos and they're like, God, for the love of God, you make us look ridiculous. You have to stop. It's incredible. Remember all the lies he told? One day we went through like all the ones that had been reported. One of them was he stole from an injured veteran and said he was gonna raise money to get surgery for his dog who had cancer. He raised the money and then ghosted him. A wounded veteran who was looking after his dog who had cancer. And George Santos dipped with the money. Oh. He said his mom was killed on 9/11. His mom wasn't killed on 9/11. He said he was Jewish. He's not Jewish at all. He said he played college level, high level volleyball. And he never played volleyball. He never went to the college he said he went to. He said he worked for Goldman Sachs. He never worked for Goldman Sachs. The list is endless. The guy is such a con man. It's amazing. It's so amazing. So anyway, he went on Fox News. I don't know why he's still doing interviews. This guy must get off on being humiliated or something. But he speaks to Kennedy. Now, she's nothing. She's a libertarian weirdo on Fox News. Even she had a field day with this. Watch this.
Speaking of peel, is it true that you have an OnlyFans page and you can peel a banana with your feet?
I don't have one, and it's, I'll indulge you this. I just discovered what OnlyFans was about 3 weeks ago when it was brought up in a discussion in my office.
What do you think?
And I was oblivious to the whole concept.
You just can't tell the truth.
Got him. She's right. He just can't tell the truth. Okay, it is seriously at the point with George Santos where literally any times he opens his mouth, assume he's lying. Because he is. So anytime he opens his mouth, he's lying. He is lying. If his lips are moving, he is lying. With George Santos in particular, it's been hard for me to wrap my mind around the fact that a guy like him exists. We've all seen pathological liars. I think Trump is a pathological liar. I don't know if we've ever seen it to this degree. And here's a scary thought. What percentage of the population are George Santos's? Oh, if it's even 1%, that is devastating. Imagine it's as high as like 10%. Because nothing's holding this dude back, man. Lord only, they might want to check his basement. Homie might need to be investigated for even more extreme crimes, because I don't think he would blink to go further than he's already gone. Maybe he already has gone further. So stay away, for the love of God. By the way, his bestie in Congress apparently seems to be Marjorie Taylor Greene. Too perfect. Too perfect. All right. I mean, we'll end it on this note. He really is the quintessential modern-day American politician. He's like the logical conclusion of late-stage capitalism and a decaying empire. All roads led to George Santos, and expect there to be more of them in the future. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.